Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Juan. Just wanted to start kind of doing some video stuff for the Final Fantasy TCG. Started doing like just recording games recently here just to try and watch back and review my own gameplays with some of the locals and whatnot, try and get better. So that's why you see me now. I'm currently tomorrow we'll be going to the Materia Cup here in Lenexa. Thought why not just record kind of my progress and day and see how it goes. Just started playing Final Fantasy TCG about 6 months ago or so now. I should say started back up playing. Started when the game came out. At the time I was only into like Pokemon competitively a little bit, and I was always itching for something more out of Pokemon. Me and a couple buddies noticed that Final Fantasy was coming out that year. I think it was back in like 2016, 2017. I don't remember when it came out. I was like, holy crap, love the franchise. You know, wanted something more out of a card game aside from Pokemon, something a little bit more interaction, and didn't want to get into all the barriers to entry for some of the other TCGs. So this was kind of like a fresh start. The TCG started up. I wasn't very competitive off the bat. I tried to be, but I just was out of my league in terms of skill set and experience in the card games and whatnot. So fast forward probably till like Opus 7, kind of took a big hiatus from card games, and fast forward to now, about 6 months ago or so, LGS near me just popped in one day and reconnected with some other people over the years and found out they were still playing Final Fantasy. So got back into it, started buying all the cards and collecting again, and started back playing. I think it was bought the cards for a Yuna deck, and then the Yuna got banned like the next couple days or something like that. So that was unfortunate, but everybody at the LGS was pretty accommodating, helped me get some of the other staple cards and whatnot. We continued from there, just kept on going to locals, trying to get back into the competitive scene, or enter the competitive scene, I should say. I've signed up for this competitive season, trying to go to 3 Materia Cups, see how I do, see how I improve. So maybe you guys can all tag along and see how it goes. Hey, good morning, guys. It's morning of the tournament on the 30th, Saturday. It's about 8:30 a.m. Going to weather the storm out there. It's raining a little bit, but hopefully we'll keep dry enough. Gonna grab a couple snacks at the gas station to relax before the tournament and get in right headspace and see how we do. Stay tuned. Goals, I guess, at the TCG. Main one right now for the Materia Cup. I'll be going to 3 Materia Cups for the year. A lot of travel. I'm pretty fortunate that I got work that allows me to do some of that travel with it. So I'm going to be going to this first one here in Lenexa, and then the next one will be over in Texas, and then my third one will be in Tampa at Hype Collectibles. My goal for this one, or out of the 3, is just to get some sort of top cut. My first one tomorrow, my goal is to top 32. Pretty high bar for me, I guess, to be in the first one. So we'll see how it goes, but just trying to get some extra cards, promo cards, different things like that. My skills, kind of evaluate where I'm at, get that experience from the competition, because a lot of the times playing locals sometimes is very casual, practicing a lot more competitively with some of the guys there, but a lot of the times I would say about 70-80% of the games are pretty casual. You don't get that competitiveness and competitive structure and the experience for kind of going to one of these tournaments. So shout out to all the dudes that helped me out testing webcams or other in person at the LGS. We'll see how it pays off tomorrow. Made it to the shop. Pretty big parking lot, and they're having us park over here for the other shops in the pavilion or whatnot. But got the Breakfast of Champions here, White Monster, and a protein shake somewhere. Get some energy for the day, and just relaxing. I'll count my cards, get a deck list written out, and go from there. Got registered, locked in Mono Earth. We'll see what happens. See if all the practicing has paid off. We dodged the rain a little bit. It's starting to pour out there. That's the least of our worries. So a lot of people showing up, pretty packed room. I asked if I could record inside. They said no, just trying to get like some images of the store or whatnot, but we couldn't do that. So anyways, we'll catch you guys later and give you some more other updates. Round one, I was up against experienced player. I guess he's in the Nats as a judge, so he's been playing for a while. He was playing Wind Ice Crystals, Kadaj Remnants, and I'm playing Mono Earth. Essentially, I go first. I win the toss up. I see 2 Clarises on the first hand, so I keep that for my backups. Play the Claris, search Epitaph into Leo, and I couldn't get any backups after that. So I had to Luso into Minor, and then Minor got me Shantoto. But I made a pretty big mistake. He went backup, then Yuffie getting some crystals, and then for some stupid reason, because I didn't want to ditch my forwards early, which in hindsight I should have, because Minfilia came up later. I tried to play the Heck 5 to kill the Yuffie. I wanted to keep his crystals low, so he boosted it, but the value just wasn't there, and that was a huge mistake. I'll never do that again. And then the rest of the match, it just kind of went out of hand. Couldn't really get my backups going. Yeah, he just went Kadaj, bounce something, Yazoo, freeze something, freezing my backups out of line, and then I couldn't play, anything else after that. Try to maybe get like a Shadow Lord or something, but yeah, it was a quick match, and learn from my mistakes. So it's now sunny outside, so we can, hopefully things will look brighter on the day. So we'll get ready for round 2. Well, that was another quick one. Basically, round 2, same matchup. Mono Earth versus Icewind Crystals. Started off, I got to go first again. Started off with Leo, Wall, Mist Dragon, Epitaph, and Materia in hand. Decided to keep it. Played the Epitaph for a Leo. I was debating whether or not to play the Materia, but I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm playing against. Should I Materia, get the characters back, or a character back, effectively 2. I would have saved on CP, play, Epitaph turn 2. Would have been better. So, but I go with Epitaph, and then next he drops on a backup. I figure out I'm playing against. He drops Alexander backup and a Laws into the break zone. Turn 2, I go Matoya because I drew into Ingus. Can't remember the other card. But Matoya was my only option there. So I played the Matoya and just got back a card. I think it was 4-color Wall, or the Leo. I can't remember. But so I got 2 backups now, not on curve. It felt bad. And then his turn 2, he went essentially play a Laws, targeting the Laws to remove. And I had Mist Dragon in hand. That was another card, and I said, well, do I effectively ditch 2, 4? I think I would have only ditched 1 actually if I had Epitaph untapped and Mist Dragon his Laws triggered to deny the crystals. I think that was a better play, but I was debating whether or not, and he was kind of moving fast, but I told him to pause for a second to see if I wanted to do that. And I also wasn't sure on the ruling if that actually I think Kadaj is the only one that wants to know that they're actually removed. So I just haven't played the matchup very much, and just not experienced. But in hindsight, I think I should have done that. Played the Matoya first, into Curve, into Epitaph. Then I still would have ditched 2 cards to Mist Dragon and deny Laws, because right after that he went into Bart's off the crystals in Yuffie. So he played Yuffie, got crystals, and then played Bart's, and then just went both cards into hand. Decided to do a bunch of damage. I didn't have any other backups, kept drawing more Inguses and Warrior Lights. I had to Luso turn 3. That felt bad. Then he got a Seymour, played the Seymour, started freezing Shantoto in the I think turn 4. I LB Shantoto to get rid of the Laws, Yuffie, and Seymour. And so I had 4 backups then. By that time, he had another Seymour, probably like 5th turn, doled my guys out, Then I had an opportunity to get rid of the Seymour. I did. Got Kolka, discarding the Warrior Light, do 10k to Seymour, got that off the board. He just got it right back. And then he also had Ash in his break, or not Ash, Edge, in his break, and just played that, and for game. The turn I didn't have anything on the X's on damage. That was rough. He drew into another Seymour, played that, started freezing things again, and then just played Edge for the game. I think at that, oh, he did have a Kadaj. Kadaj was right in between the two Seymours, and made me discard, and that was basically the seal of the deal for the end of the match. But that matchup's rough. We'll see how round 3 goes, and 0-2 now, and we'll see if we can't just win the rest. That's the goal. A little disappointed, but that's all right. All right, guys, we're on break here for 30 minutes. Just drove across the street, get a snack or a bite or something and drink. So I'm 2-2 now. I had a bye. Well, no, the guy forfeited the match round 3. Guess it was tilted or something. So he dropped. It's not good for the record, I guess, two people say, but for tiebreakers and whatnot. But round 4, they were playing Scions, Water Lightning. They started out, went backups first. My first turn, I threw down a Miner. Miner flipped over Shantoto, took the Shantoto, drew pretty well into another Shantoto, and Minfilia, played the Minfilia. They already knew I had the Shantoto, so I discard that and got a Leo, I think, back from the Minfilia and the Shantoto. And then they went kind of Y'shtola, Alizé, Estinian. I think they were drawing bad because they played Luna Freya off of one of those turns, and I just Shantoto'd, I think, the next turn after they had those 3. After the Shantoto, I think I got Claris as my next backup, search the Leo. So I was drawing good backups for the long game. Was able to play Warrior Light Leo and Prish to kind of establish a little bit of a board. I missed Dragon the break zone. The Alizé Than Crit Estinian is always getting stuff back, so missed Dragon the break zone, so that felt good. But they kept on kind of coming back with another Graha, another Alizé, another Y'shtola. So it was a little bit back and forth. I remembered that the Kryl backup, gives them 1,000, so I wasn't playing into that until I played a Victoria, because I really didn't want to ditch cards out of my hand after a 4-color wall, and I had the Shantoto for the ice to play Victoria and target the Y'shtola, and she was at 8k, and that was dumb. So in the end, they kind of petered out. Played a Titus to clear the board, throw a Lena back on their hand so they couldn't get something back from the break zone. But I felt like I didn't need to do Titus at that moment. But all in all, it worked out. 7-4 was the damage. One thing I kind of also skipped out on is I killed Thancred, got Zoralja back from the break zone, pushed her to damage 5. And that was scary. I was like, oh crap, did I overextend? But was able to squeeze it out at the very last second. Just before time in the round. So anyways, we're 2-2 now, and we'll see how the rest of the matches go. Stay tuned. I mean, it's a little bummed about the first 2 rounds against Icewind Crystals, but we'll see how the rest of them go, and we'll try and get the rest of the wins. All right. So end of round 6. We got one more round. We're 3-3. Round 5 was against Mono Earth Mirror Match. I couldn't get my backups. I made some cool plays though. I thought I had the upper hand, and once I messed up on not getting an Emmet for an Ingus to deal 8k, and then also just getting one more card in my hand. But I made a cool play to break a Miner, to draw 1 card, to make room on my board for Matoya. So I board wiped them twice. I did Shantoto, then Matoya. By that time, I think I was at damage 4. Yeah, we lost that one. The next round, round 6, played against a Garland, Furion, Water, Fire, all over the place, Goblins, different things like that. I had no idea. It was actually really cool. He did some cool things with Garland special to break some stuff, but was just playing the slow game, got the 5 backups, breaking everything, and then just kind of swung for game. So just make this one quick because it's starting the next round, and we're 3-3, so maybe we can get the next round to hopefully get a Fran, maybe top 32. I don't know. I think that's prizing, but that'll be one of my goals. So let's wish me luck. Last round coming up. I forgot to talk about yesterday, my last match, because I was pretty upset about that. I might have already recorded it. Actually, I don't know. But I just went straight to the bar afterwards, got a couple of drinks, because of the same thing. Chaos Arc killed my board, take control of the Warrior Light, and need to stop playing 4-color cards, so Chaos is not 11. So I need to learn my lesson there. No one in my locals really plays it, except for maybe one guy, but hasn't played it recently, so I definitely didn't practice against that. Yeah, I lost that one, and he ended up getting 32nd place in the top 32 for the Fran, so we missed out on that one. But yeah, it was a good time. All in all, awesome place, awesome people, awesome card game, super fun. Look like I'm gonna keep doing it for a while, so I'll see you guys in Texas, and trying to practice some more and get better at the game, and we'll see you guys in the future. Have a good one.